Watch Megyn Kelly absolutely destroy some radical leftists in an absolutely spectacular fashion. Folks, I think you're going to like this. Megyn Kelly, she's a pretty sharp lady, and she knows a lot of the BS when she sees it because she's just been around the political media space for such a long time. So I think you're going to like this. I personally enjoyed it, so we're going to get right into it. But first, do me a big favor here. Like our video and also share it around, and that way we can keep bringing you guys great content like this. And as always, Patriots, I'm your host, Darian, and this is Resist the Mainstream.
Know why you support a president who contributes to the rhetoric that got your friend Charlie. We saw his rally recently. He said, "I hate my enemies." Stephen Miller said similar things. How can you support him when he contributed to what got Charlie?
Assumes facts, not in evidence. What you said is not true.
70% of political violence is committed by Republicans.
Okay.
Look it up.
That's not
DOJ
true either.
just pulled it. The DOJ just pulled it from their website. DOJ just pulled the study from their website because they're delusional.
That's not true because
They just pulled it. Look it up.
Once you
the
pull
DOJ
the
pulled it from their website.
Once you pull the crazies out of there, it is overwhelmingly left-wing violence.
Google it.
We have had
Every single person in the audience. Google it right now.
You know, this is how we get here. So first of all, let me take on the first part of the premise of your question, that it was President Trump's rhetoric that led to an assassin killing our friend Charlie Kirk. That's a blatant lie. It's a defamatory blaspheme, and it's inappropriate in this setting.
That's not what I said.
We know. Yes, it is.
No, I said he contributed to the political atmosphere.
Well, then you have no point.
Tension.
Then your point is utterly empty. Contributing to the atmosphere. This guy was, no, let's just make clear. This guy was motivated by leftist ideology. We know it from the bullet casings. We know it from the Utah governor. We know it from his own mother. Yes, we do. Let's be really clear on that.
Even if that's true, so then you're saying, because, let's say this guy's a leftist, even if that's true, does that make it okay for the sitting president of the United States to incite violence against liberals?
What?
The president of the United States has not accepted violence against liberals. The president of the United States made a joke at the Charlie Kirk Memorial, which was funny and self-deprecating. It was on the heels of Erica Kirk saying she, in an extraordinary moment, forgave her husband's
First of all, Kash Patel, where you at, man? All right, we got to put this guy on an FBI watch list. This is getting a little bit creepy. I would say jokes aside, but I'm not kidding. This guy freaks me out. Just look at those crazy eyes. Ugh. Next, what a bold-faced lie that is to tell about Donald Trump somehow not condemning violence against leftists. Are you kidding me? Okay, let's take a trip down memory lane for a second. This guy, I bet, like all these other leftists, ate up and just consumed the January 6th propaganda. All that crap about how Donald Trump was inciting a violence and a riot against the nation's capital. Oh, it's so terrible. You know what? Let's go look at Trump's condemnations of political violence from 5 years ago, because I think that's quite relevant to do today.
My fellow Americans, I want to speak to you tonight about the troubling events of the past week. As I have said, the incursion of the U.S. Capitol struck at the very heart of our republic. It angered and appalled millions of Americans across the political spectrum. I want to be very clear. I unequivocally condemn the violence that we saw last week. Violence and vandalism have absolutely no place in our country and no place in our movement. Making America great again has always been about defending the rule of law, supporting the men and women of law enforcement, and upholding our nation's most sacred traditions and values. Mob violence goes against everything I believe in and everything our movement stands for. No true supporter of mine could ever endorse political violence.
Sorry, buddy. You're wrong.
Let me finish. And then President Trump got up and making a joke, playing off of what Erica said. He said, "We disagree. I need to do better. Erica's going to try to convince me, but I'm in a different place." And that's completely normal for a politician to be thinking about his political fights. And by the way, Trump has every right to loathe his enemies. They tried to put him in jail for the rest of his life. They tried to bankrupt him. They tried to put his family in jail. And they tried to kill him.
Criminal. Jack Smith.
Okay, wait. Okay, now you go.
Jack Smith.
Okay, now you go. 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 Okay, now you go
Thank you for your time.
The way that guy suddenly got calm just kind of freaked me out. Also, what do you say about Jack Smith? The world may never know. Let me ask you something. If you've built up $100,000 or more in investments, do you really want all of it riding on the stock market? Think about it. Banks, billionaires, even entire countries are loading up on physical gold and silver. Why? Because when markets swing, real assets hold their value. That's why I want to tell you about Noble Gold Investments. They make it simple to own investment-grade gold and silver, the same kind that the big players are buying. And you can actually hold it in your hand or put it safely in your retirement account. You've worked hard to build your wealth. Isn't it time that you protected it? Noble Gold is family-owned, trusted by thousands, and ranked #1 in gold IRAs 4 years in a row. Their precious metal specialists are standing by, ready to answer your questions and walk you through every step. Simple, safe, easy. Visit noblegoldinvestments.com today. That's noblegoldinvestments.com. It's time to protect what you've built. Now, we're going to see Megyn Kelly rip apart another leftist, but perhaps it is not exactly what you were thinking about or expecting. I think you guys are going to like it. Get ready for the roast of Barack Hussein Obama.
Obama was a bad president, and I genuinely think he was a bad man. I know, sorry, controversial. And I think Trump is a good man and a good president.
Yeah.
I think both. And the thing that I really object to about the Barack Obama years, having lived them and reported on him nightly on Fox News, is that I don't think we've had a more divisive president. People think President Trump is divisive. Let me walk you back through the Barack Obama years, okay? The first thing he did, was he seized control of 1/7 of the U.S. economy and shoved down our throats Obamacare, which the American people did not want and did not have majority support. It was the first time in our history that it had ever been done, and the country was angry. He lied repeatedly, saying, if you like your doctor, you can keep if you like your plan, you can keep your plan. It was a lie, and he knew it was a lie at the time. I used to give him the benefit of the doubt, saying he was mistaken about his own health care plan, because that's the kind of person I used to be. And then it became clear that he knew it was a lie, because the facts came out he knew it was a lie. So he lied intentionally and took people's doctors away, and people died. He got in there and said, elections have consequences. Too bad. I'm doing it. He's the one who injected race into the society at every turn. We never had a president do this before. And not just because he happens to be of mixed race. We never had a president take cases, legal cases, and I was a lawyer, practiced law for 10 years before I went into journalism. Take legal cases that are in the news and comment on them in a way that's very provocative and stirs up anger, like the Trayvon Martin case.
Yeah.
He's the one who made that a new practice of getting ahead of the evidence and dividing us on that issue. We could be here all night, but those are a couple of examples. So,
okay, thank you.
Thank you for coming and for the question.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your President Barack Obama. If I had a son, he'd look like Trayvon Martin. That's a real quote, not a joke. This guy is such a he was the race baiter in chief. I can't stand him. Remember the Trayvon Martin case? Remember how all the reports in the media, the fake news media, were saying, well, he was just an innocent little boy walking down the street carrying a bag of Skittles and he was unarmed. And then this big bad white man came and just for no reason. Wah, wah, wah. Except it turns out the white man was actually a Hispanic. But, you know, of course he's white because it's just convenient to go attack white Americans over this. And Trayvon Martin was actively attacking the guy. He took the man's head and bashed it into the sidewalk. And then he shot him in self-defense. But that's like racism? That's white on black racism? Are you kidding me? And by the way, I'm so sick of hearing this narrative of, oh, these white people are so terrible to the black people, so racist. Look up the interracial crime rates between how many whites murder blacks and the other way around. Blacks murder whites. Guess what? It's way more black people committing the crimes, and it's not even close. Sorry that the facts are offensive, but that's the truth. And don't get me started about Michelle Obama, or as I like to call her, Big Mike. All right, she is really something. You know, she actually said that the first time she felt proud of the United States was when her husband won the presidency. Talk about being a disgusting and narcissistic human being. That's incredible. Just, ugh. I don't miss the Obamas at all. Yeah, thank God we don't hear from them that much anymore. Well, folks, thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. As always, if you haven't already, make sure you comment below. Let us know what you like about the video, what kind of stuff you want to see in the future, and hit that subscribe button down below, and we will see you again soon. God bless.